Okay, so this is about the platform I use to invest in construction loans or real estate loans. Here we go. So this is the Groundfloor.com platform which I use to invest in short-term real estate loans. So what I'm going to do is show you the different types of investments that they offer on their platform, because basically they have three different things now that you could kind of invest in. So first one is loans. So Groundfloor kind of started only with loans way back, I want to say 12 years ago, when they opened up this platform. And essentially it's kind of like this. Basically they are the lender, and it's for anybody who wants to kind of do things like flip a property, or just a home builder building a brand new house and then looking to sell it. So there are a bunch of possibilities of different loans, and what Groundfloor does is it'll kind of have like their own research and grade what that loan and what that return would be. So for me to show you what that looks like, I'm going to log into my account and go through what it actually looks like. Okay, so I've logged into my account, and let's start looking at what we could actually invest in. Like I said, first, I'm just going to filter out to look at really specific loans, individual loans on individual properties, because that is how they started. So you can see there's a bunch of different single family, mostly type properties where they are located all over the United States. You'll see a grade also, like B, 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 here's some C's. And essentially what you'll notice that, the higher the grade, like A's and B's, the lower the rate of return that you should expect, because it's a safer loan. So you can see a C-type loan here is 11%. Let's see if we could, this one is 11.5. And basically they have their own way of assessing each property and the amount of risk involved, so that essentially you could see it would be a better rate of return on something that you would expect to be higher risk. So that's what they have in general. And you could see, if I just flash over this one, if I really just wanted to pick each property to lend into, I could start with a minimum of $10, only $10. Let's just take a look. So now you can see, like, oh, they want to borrow this amount. It's actually almost fully funded, about 88%. They have an expected interest rate of 10%, and the term is for 15 months. So overall, I would say that's not bad, but it'll be, in my mind, what I have to look at is what is my rate of return for the amount of time invested, which means this will be less than 10% for a year. So the biggest issue with any of these loans is you want to see if any of these borrowers have a history of default, because that is essentially our main risk. Any of these lenders could possibly default, which means, one, you might not get your money back, or you might not get it back in full. And based on my personal history, I've had well over 300 individual loans, and a small percentage of them will end up in default, which means Groundfloor goes and has to recover the money somehow through the process of either filing for that lien, etc. But that's your main risk. Okay, so let's look at my actual personal results from all the loans that I have gotten out of, and they are considered closed. So like I said, this adds up to well over 300, and you can see 186 of them performed pretty much as expected, which means I got close to what I was expecting as far as 10.7% return. 10.42 is pretty good. Some actually had to be extended, which means they just took a little bit longer, but also not bad. My actual rate of return was better than what was expected. And there's the problem children, the defaults. So yes, definitely some of them fell into that category, and you could still see, even though I was expecting to get about 10.89% return, they returned something back, which is better than nothing, but yes, this is the risk part of it. Okay, so if you're not into looking at a whole bunch of individual loans, this was their next investment product that they came out with, which was the note. The note is exactly like a bank CD or a bank certificate of deposit, where essentially you put a certain amount of money in and it is locked in for a very specific amount of time. In this case, they have 1 month, 3 month, and 12 month. And you can see the expected rate of returns on all of them. Basically, you could see that the longer that you have a note term for, the better the return. So the easiest one would be 8.25% over the course of 12 months or a year. That's a really good return compared to most bank CDs in today's interest rates, which I'm recording today, May in 2026. So a really easy option, and pretty much what you're doing is lending Groundfloor that amount of money and just expecting interest paid on it within that year to add up to 8.25%. Pretty good. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is the flywheel portfolio, which essentially Groundfloor does all the work of allocating different amounts of money into all these individual properties, and you get a roughly 9 to 10% return. And you don't even have to pick and choose how much you want to put, you just need the total amount. So it's a simpler way of them and you putting money towards all these individual loans. And again, it has a target expected rate of return where, if you invested for a year, you should anticipate receiving somewhere between a 9 and 10% return, which is slightly better than the notes, but that's what it does. So basically, easier way to invest in all these things, slightly better return. And if you wanted to see how it works, there's more details on how they do it. But essentially, it says right here, they're managing this portfolio. Okay, so the final piece of this all is a little present for both of us when I refer a friend. So I have a link that I could share in the comments at the end of the video. And what we would both get is $50 towards investing. Great, you get $50, I get $50. Everybody wins. So if you're interested, check it out. And if you want to discuss more details about this or anything else I do, you know how to get a hold of me. That's it for this video. Catch you on the next one. Thanks.